My beloved listeners, be still for a moment. Close your eyes. Let the world fade away for just a breath, and feel the quiet stirring within your heart, that gentle warmth that begins to rise when heaven wants to speak. This moment is not an accident. This message is not random. It has found you because it was meant to. It was written in divine timing that these words would reach you right now, because someone's soul can no longer bear the weight of silence. They've been crying over you, not once, not twice, but through countless nights when the world slept and no one else could hear. Their tears have fallen like whispered prayers, confessions soaked in regret, love, and longing. Each drop has carried a story, a memory, a plea for mercy, and a silent hope that somehow, somewhere, your spirit could still feel theirs reaching out. They never imagined that losing you would wound them so deeply. They thought time would dull the ache, that distance would bring peace. They convinced themselves that walking away was strength, that detachment was wisdom. But instead, every passing day has been a reminder of what they lost. The silence they chose has become the loudest sound in their soul. They tried to fill the emptiness with noise, with work, with people who could never mirror the light you carried. Yet no distraction could quiet the echo of your absence. Every smile they've forced has felt hollow. Every laugh has been shadowed by the memory of your joy. They see your reflection in every sunrise that paints the sky with warmth. They hear your laughter in songs that used to make you both smile. They feel your presence in the stillness of the night when their heart dares to whisper your name. They are not at peace. They are wrestling with a truth they buried, the truth they were too afraid to face, the truth they denied and hid behind pride. But no matter how far they've tried to run, it keeps finding them, because what God writes into the soul cannot be erased. And your love, your spirit, your light has been woven into the very fabric of theirs. Now, their tears are not just from missing you, they are from the realization of what they've done. They remember every moment they took you for granted, every kind word they left unspoken, every chance to choose love that they replaced with fear. They remember your patience, your gentleness, the quiet strength you showed even when they were undeserving. And heaven has seen it all. For even when they walked away, heaven began to move. Angels have been whispering into their dreams, showing them signs that stir their soul awake. Every coincidence, every repeated number, every sudden wave of emotion, it's all divine orchestration meant to soften their heart and open their eyes. God has been peeling away their pride, layer by layer, revealing the vulnerable truth beneath. They never stopped loving you. They've come to understand what they couldn't before, that you were never just another person in their life. You were the answer to a prayer they once made when they thought no one was listening. You were God's gift to them, meant to love, to guide, and to strengthen them in ways they didn't yet understand. And now, they are terrified that it might be too late, terrified that they waited too long to make things right, terrified that their silence has cost them something eternal. Yet, even in that fear, there's a divine stirring. They can feel heaven urging them. Speak now, before it's too late. They are preparing to reveal everything. The truth they hid, the emotions they buried, the pain they've carried in secret. They want you to know that walking away never meant they stopped loving you. It meant they were lost. They were broken in places they didn't know how to heal. They were running from themselves, not from you. But God has a way of finding His children in their wilderness, through loneliness, through regret, through tears that sting the soul. He rebuilds them. He has shown them that love isn't about possession or control. It's about grace. Through that distance, God broke them open. He stripped away their arrogance, humbled their heart, and taught them what divine love truly means. Their tears have become their prayers. Each sob is a confession. Each sleepless night is a lesson in humility. They have asked God for another chance, not to repeat the past, but to heal it. They are learning to see love not as a fleeting emotion, but as a sacred covenant written by heaven. They want to tell you what they never could before, that they still love you, that they never stopped, that no one else has ever come close to touching the space you occupy within them, because your connection wasn't born from coincidence. It was born from divine design. From afar, they've watched your transformation. They've seen how you've risen, how you've healed, how you've grown stronger in faith and purpose. You have walked through pain and still managed to carry light. That light, your faith, your strength, your grace, is what calls them home. It's what brings them to tears when they think of you, because through your endurance, they've found a glimpse of God's mercy. Heaven is saying now, the time of silence is ending. What was hidden is about to be revealed. The weight they've been carrying, the truth they've long buried, can no longer stay locked away. You may begin to feel it even before it happens. A shift in the air, a sudden pull in your spirit, a soft ache in your heart that whispers, something is coming. And then, unexpectedly, the message will come, maybe in a text, a call, or a heartfelt confession spoken through trembling lips. It will come because heaven has ordained it. The words you've been waiting to hear will finally surface, not out of manipulation, but out of divine truth. They will tell you that their tears were for the moments they wasted, that every time they tried to move on, your memory called them back, not as punishment, but as grace, that no matter who crossed their path, no one could carry your light. They will tell you that they finally understand that this connection is sacred, eternal, and protected by something far greater than human understanding. Beloved, this revelation is not merely about romance. It's about redemption. God is using this moment to heal two hearts, to restore what was broken, and to remind both of you that His love story is always written with purpose. The pain was never without meaning. The separation was never punishment. It was preparation. Both of you had to grow, to break, to seek God individually, so that when the reunion comes, it will not be built on fear, but on faith. Their tears are proof of awakening. Their confession will open a doorway, not just between you and them, but between you and heaven's divine plan. Be patient, beloved. Keep your heart open, but guarded by prayer. Let God decide the timing, the words, the steps, because when something is sacred, it must be handled with reverence. Do not chase, do not beg, do not fear. The one meant for you by heaven cannot be lost. They can only be delayed until God says, now, and that time is drawing near. Soon, their soul will no longer be able to contain what it feels. They will reveal everything. You will hear the truth that once hid behind pride. You will see the love that survived the storm. And when it happens, you'll realize this wasn't just love. It was destiny. It was written before either of you took your first breath. This connection, this divine bond, has been watched over by angels since the beginning. Every tear, every prayer, every sleepless night has been gathered by heaven, not forgotten, not ignored. You have both been walking parallel paths toward healing, and now those paths are beginning to merge once again. So, lift your heart in faith. Do not let doubt cloud the beauty of what God is doing behind the scenes. Sometimes, silence is not rejection, it's divine strategy. Sometimes, absence is not abandonment, it's transformation. What's coming is sacred. The love that returns will not be the same as before. It will be wiser, purer, and led by God Himself. Because, beloved, when heaven writes a story, it always ends with restoration. If this message has touched your spirit, take a quiet moment to whisper a prayer of gratitude. Thank God for His timing, His mercy, and His unshakable love that continues to work even when we cannot see it. And if you feel led to support this mission of spreading divine messages to hearts in need, you can give through a super thanks or offering, not out of pressure, but out of love. Every act of kindness helps this ministry reach more souls searching for God's light. May the Lord bless your heart, multiply your generosity 100-fold, and prepare you for the blessings that are already on their way. Remember, heaven is not finished with your story. What's coming next will prove that God never forgot you, and that true love, when written by His hand, always finds its way home.